I really like Jake a lot, but once he's in that ring, he has to fight like his life is dependent on it, because it will be.
When in your career are you going to actually fight a contender in your weight class and not do gimmick fights?
I mean, the skill level alone, now of course, there is a size difference, a height difference and all that, but he's just going to struggle so much landing a shot. It's just going to look bad.
In a stunning twist, boxing legend Mike Tyson made an unexpected appearance at the Jake Paul vs. Gervonta Davis press conference, electrifying the crowd. Tyson issued a fiery warning to Jake Paul, urging him to fight like your life depends on it. With his trademark intensity, Tyson made it clear that stepping into the ring with a ruthless warrior like Davis is no joke. It's survival.
I saw Jake Paul's fat body videos, and if you think he's taking his training seriously for you.
Listen, I think he's taking it very, very seriously because his health depends on it. And yeah, he's nobody I'm looking at. I'm not looking past him. I'm taking him lightly at all.
The Jake Paul vs. Gervonta Tank Davis fight has evolved beyond a mere spectacle, officially classified as an exhibition match due to major concerns over their drastic size and weight difference. The Florida Athletic Commission refused to sanction it as a professional bout, citing safety issues. Under the finalized terms, the fighters will compete in 10 3-minute rounds with 12-ounce gloves, and knockouts will count. Notably, the outcome will be determined by 2 human judges and 1 AI judge, an innovative addition aimed at ensuring greater fairness, accuracy, and objectivity in the score.
First attack fight is getting really weird. Gervonta looks scared for his life because the rules are out. They're crazy. Oh, so everyone thought that the fight was at 190. He said it's at 195, and this weight difference is scaring the life out of little Tank.
Over 10 3-minute rounds.
The next dispute comes with the gloves. Little Tank is used to fighting in 8-ounce gloves. Baby glove. This fight will be in 12. Hands might be too small. Also, Tank just fought in a 12 3-minute round fight against Roach.
Yes, and now he's fighting in 10 3-minute rounds, which isn't too bad. Well done, Jake.
Exhibition though, can he win?
Yes, he can actually win. It will be overlooked by 3 sanctioned judges.
So he can actually still win and knock him out.
But here's the trick. It's body punches only.
And there's a reason. That's because Tank said, look, this is a bit unfair. I don't want to punch up. I want to punch at my head high. Where does it fall?
At Jake Paul's belly. So apparently we've heard there's no knockdown rules, but aside from that, it's a pretty well-rounded fight. Oh yeah, and there's some drug testing involved.
But Jake Paul for the win.
Recent reports indicate that Gervonta Davis has significantly bulked up during training camp, now walking around near 160 pounds, despite never officially fighting above the 135-pound lightweight limit. This weight gain brings him closer to the agreed catch weight for his exhibition clash with Jake Paul. The added muscle could boost his punching power, endurance, and ability to absorb shots, potentially transforming Davis into an even more dangerous and unpredictable opponent inside the ring.
Gervonta Tank Davis is my prediction that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to weigh in on the night of the fight against Jake Paul, knocking on 160 pounds. Don't be surprised if he's 157 pounds, something like that. You guys see this footage? Look at Tank. Now, if you know what you're looking at, the guy must be around 150 right now, 153, something like that. And you can really tell when he's sideways. When you look at him sideways and see the depth. See, from the front view, you can't really tell. But when he turns sideways, the guy is a wrecking ball. He's literally a baby rhino out there. And I think that is the idea for him to bulk up and be a little powerhouse out there. And I'm all for it. I'm going to tell you in this video why I think that's the best thing for Tank and why I think he will be knocking on 100.
Petty Atlas believed Gervonta Tank Davis is as close to a complete fighter as boxing has today. He praises Davis not only for his explosive power and knockout ability, but also for his sharp counterpunching instincts, masterful distance control, and exceptional ring IQ. According to Atlas, Davis shows remarkable patience, sets intelligent traps, and maintains mental composure under pressure, always thinking several moves ahead rather than relying solely on strength. These traits, Atlas argues, separate him from others in the lightweight division. In his eyes, Davis possesses every tool needed to potentially defeat someone like Jake Paul, whose skills are improving but still lack true elite-level polish and experience.
The
only other time he was in for the fans to get mad with that was against Fury's Tommy Fury, but it wasn't that level, obviously, and all the size things you just rightfully pointed out. But he would have been in there with, I mean, it seemed crazy. You're going to go in there with a guy who was a 2-time heavyweight champ and a gold medalist? Wow. Even though the guy's, at a twilight part of his career, still.
And you've given a lot of credit and props to Jake Paul on this show of helping get more eyeballs to the sport, but the way he takes it serious and goes about his approach and his work to this craft, that he does take it seriously. With that being said, when he announces Tank Davis, I'm getting tired of these gimmick fights and him loading the deck up. Whether it was Chavez Jr. or an old Mike Tyson, or we could go on and on with some of the UFC guys and the great Anderson Silva at 46 years of age. Tank Davis, great fighter, current fighter, world champion. We know how good he is. Been a top 10 pound for pound guy for you for the last few years now. But he's 5'5" and 135 pounds. This sounds like it would be a 195-pound fight, an exhibition. We didn't count on the records. Not a whole lot of other details other than it will be in November, and it sounds like in Atlanta. But I've said enough. I just want to hear your take. What do you make of this news? Jake Paul, Tank Davis.
But, and I'm smiling a little bit. But, back in the day, I loved the 1800s, 1700s, my friend out there, 1700s, whatever. But I loved the old-time fighters. There were catchweights. And there was guys like Sam Langford. I know Sam Langford shouldn't even be comparing him with this.
Despite Gervonta Davis' superior skills and newly bulked up physique, former super middleweight champion Carl Froch warned that Jake Paul's size and unorthodox power pose a real danger. Froch noted that Davis isn't accustomed to taking punches from someone that big. His warning echoes growing concern across the boxing community, where many view the fight as more spectacle than sport, raising safety and legitimacy questions.
Just here at Los Naranjos in Viva, España, and I found out that Gervonta Davis is now fighting Jake Paul. So Jake Paul was supposed to be fighting AJ. Eddie Hearn announced 99% done, which we've just spoke about. What next for AJ? Potentially Jake Paul. But it now looks like that Jake Paul is fighting one of Anthony Joshua's legs. He's fighting Gervonta Davis, somebody who's a quarter of his size. I don't even know what's going on. Has Eddie Hearn been played? Let me know what you think, but the AJ fight with Jake Paul's finished. Gervonta Davis, fake Paul, November. I don't know what's going on in the world of boxing. This is an absolute joke. What next for AJ? We'll get into this, and there's so many questions I want to get into in the next episode, but I hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick update because the news has just come in. And I'm just trying to relax and play a bit of golf, and I can't. I've got to get it off my chest. I'm going to add it to this video. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit like, share, and subscribe to the best channel in the business, Froch on Fighting, and we'll see you very soon.
Carl Froch has issued a strong warning about the safety risks of the upcoming Paul versus Davis exhibition, citing a staggering 65-pound weight difference.
My name was mentioned at his press conference and he shit himself, and the fight was just absolutely fucking diabolical. Again, I've said before, he's not a professional boxer, he never will be, and he proves time and time again that he's not a professional fighter, so Jake Paul, got to piss off.
I mean, I don't really take Jake Paul that serious. He can't really box. He can have a little fight, he can have a swing. He swings away, stands up straight, and he throws punches, but it's not professional boxing. Because when I watch him box, it's just so much wrong. It's just everything's wrong. It's so bad. He's got a leaky defence. He telegraphs his punches. Like, you put him in with someone his own size, who's a professional. It's a mismatch, and you'll see that if he ends up fighting somebody. Tommy Fury, bless him, he's a pro boxer, but he's inexperienced. He's got no amateur pedigree. He's a raw novice, or maybe just above the raw novice. I was saying earlier, where would I put him in terms of levels? He'd do well to win a British title. He's at that sort of level, and then from British title to world level, it's like different worlds. It's like totally different. It's like a different sport.
Following Jake Paul's dominant victory over Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., analysts have begun questioning whether he's truly ready to face legitimate top 15 or top 20 contenders. Emiliano Vargas shared his thoughts on whether Paul now merits such matchups, yet much of the boxing world remains skeptical. Promoter Eddie Hearn acknowledged Paul's steady progress and suggested he could soon earn a WBC ranking, but emphasized that many seasoned and proven fighters still deserve higher placement. The discussion highlights the ongoing tension between Paul's growing popularity and the legitimacy of his boxing resume, raising doubts about whether his previous opponents have genuinely prepared him for the level of skill, endurance, and strategy required among elite professionals.
I just think Chavez didn't get started. That's the only thing. I mean, you can't win.
I want to be world champion. Zerto looks slow as shit tonight.
You can't win if you don't throw, you know? So it was kind of like the Ryan Garcia-Robles thing. You know, Robles didn't, I mean, Ryan really didn't get started, so.
What'd you think about how Jake looked and fought?
And you know what?
You're very tough.
If he sucked ass, he sucked ass, but he actually looks pretty good. There's people who work in the gym, you can tell right away if they can box or not. So he can box, he's selling out, you know, obviously this arena, and the only thing I can do is take a page out of his book and, you know, put it towards my showmanship. So.
You think he's ready for someone like top 15, top 20?
I mean, look, you know, he knows who to fight. Obviously, he's, you know, growing in his career. If he really wants to make a career, I wish him nothing but the best. But I just think that, you know, it's going to be a little longer until then.
Thank you, Emmy. Appreciate it. Oh, give us an update about you. You got a thing coming up.
July 26th, Madison Square Garden. I'm ripped up. I'm ready to go. Ran with Manny Pacquiao yesterday. And, you know, 15-0 on the way. Let's go, baby.
Thank you, Emmy. Appreciate it, man.
Many veteran fighters and boxing purists have fiercely opposed the idea of Jake Paul receiving a WBC ranking, warning that it could undermine the sport's integrity. Among the loudest critics is heavyweight veteran Derek Chisora, who insists that true boxers earn their rankings through years of dedication, legitimate victories, and proven skill. Chisora argues that granting Paul a ranking based on fame or promotional hype disrespects those who sacrificed and fought their way up through genuine competition and hard-earned achievement.
WBC have said they're going to give a cruiserweight ranking to the winner of this fight. Do you think they deserve one?
I don't think so. I don't know why. It's hard enough for real athletes, for real boxers, to gain those rankings, and then suddenly this Solomon Souza decides to give double ranking because he's getting some greens in his, you know, in his back pocket. No, that is disgrace to boxing.
Sports commentator Stephen A. Smith emphasized the staggering size and pedigree gap in the upcoming Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight. While Paul typically weighs over 200 pounds, Davis is a natural lightweight champion, a contrast that hasn't gone unnoticed by fans or critics. Smith questioned whether promoting such lopsided, high-profile matchups helps or harms the sport, warning that turning boxing into spectacle-driven entertainment risks diminishing its authenticity and overshadowing the true spirit of competitive, skill-based.
Can't buy the hype at this particular moment in time. Now, I'll give Jake Paul credit for this. At least he's in the ring with a boxer. But 57 years old is 57 years old. And 57 years old and formally walking into a UFC fight as an audience member, as a patron with a cane. It's hard to believe a year later that you're going to be in any condition to really, really fight. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. And if you're Jake Paul, here's what I want to say to you. It's Mike Tyson, that's fine. It's a money fight, I get you, and you want to make money. But at some point in time, if you keep telling us that you're taking boxing seriously and you want to be recognized as a big-time boxer/fighter, you're going to have to fight somebody closer to your age, who is a contender at the very least in the sport and who lives with it every single day. Could you please get in the ring with somebody? Pretty please with sugar on top.
Stephen A. Smith delivered a strong response following the controversial majority draw between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach in March. He highlighted the strength of Davis's impressive record and rejected any claims that criticism was justified. According to Smith, Davis displayed true championship composure by remaining unfazed amid controversy. His immediate acceptance of a rematch, Smith noted, reflected the mindset of a confident fighter determined to reassert his dominance and prove himself once again at the sport's high.
Gervonta Davis might be every bit as box office as Maverick himself. As exciting, as electric, because this dude performs every time out, y'all. Wherever Davis goes, wherever he fights, fans justifiably follow. He's that special. And Davis is without a doubt one of the top 5 pound-for-pound fighters in the world right now. Don't you even doubt it.
Stephen A. Smith argued that an established, proven champion facing an inexperienced or lower-tier opponent risks damaging his legacy. He claimed the matchup is far beneath Gervonta Tank Davis's level, and went so far as to say Davis should be ashamed of it. Smith also condemned the recent trend of mismatched exhibition fights, such as Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, saying he was saddened and even disgusted by the spectacle. He urged Paul to seek genuine competition against legitimate fighters, not retired athletes or faded celebrities.
Paul is a professional. At some point in time, I don't give a damn if it's a light heavyweight. Better be a Bivol, a super middleweight, Canelo, Mexican Monster, David Benavidez, somebody that actually has a reputation. The time has come for Jake Paul to step into the ring with a cat who actually boxes for a living and give us that fight. I appreciate the fact of him promoting. I appreciate him having the cachet as a former YouTuber turned boxer. I like Jake Paul. I respect Jake Paul. I'm just saying, because I like him and because I respect him, I want to see him in the ring. And I don't want to hear, I know his numbers are better, but then he gonna say, I don't need Canelo, Canelo needs me. Well, wait a minute. It ain't just about popularity, bro.
Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis's longtime trainer, Calvin Ford, boldly claimed that the only person capable of defeating Tank is Tank himself. Speaking with Stephen A. Smith, Ford stated, "Only Tank can beat Tank," emphasizing that no opponent has truly pushed Davis to his limits yet. He added that the world has still not witnessed Davis's full potential, and that his focus remains on helping Tank unlock new levels of skill, discipline, and greatness inside the ring.
Who do you want to see? You, as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him, you're training him all the time, you know him, both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Give me the names. I need names, Calvin. I need names.
You already know. We went down, we working on the big 4. It was Garcia, that's the first one. Roma, I hope we get him soon. Shakur, he's going to get it. He know he's going to get it. It's just Bob is in charge of that. You know what I'm saying? Bob know what he's doing over there. You can't tell Bob how to run his game because he's like a vet at this. He's been doing it for so many years. That's going to happen. All the fights that we'll want, they have no choice. They're going to take the fight when it's time to take the fight. It's just right now, who's going to take the fight? That's the question.
Shakur Stevenson didn't mince words, slamming the idea of Gervonta Tank Davis fighting Jake Paul as a terrible mismatch given their huge size difference. He argued that Davis should face a real, high-level boxer instead, saying such an exhibition disrespects a sport compared to a true unification bout between elite fighters. Stevenson also pointed out that Davis could earn far more and gain greater respect by taking on genuine top-tier competition, positioning himself as a more deserving and challenging opponent for Tank.
Fight Jake Paul instead. What do you think of that?
I think that's terrible.
Why?
I mean, I get it, because at the end of the day, it's a money business, and you want to make the most money, but from what I'm hearing, he can make more money in a fight with me, and if that's the case, why not fight me?
Sure. Do you think he beats Jake Paul?
Do I think he beats Jake? Yeah. I mean,
it's a huge size advantage, though.
It is, but I think Tank got the skills to make sure he come out on top.
Do you think that Jake has gone better?
Yeah, I think actually Jake got tremendously better from the time frame that he started till now. And in the right situation, I also could see him become a world champion.
Really?
Joe Budden believes Gervonta Tank Davis's decision to take the Jake Paul fight is completely logical and financially strategic. He views it as a smart business move, arguing that if a fighter can seize a lucrative opportunity, there's no reason not to. Boxing, Budden notes, has always had a financial side, and Tank is simply mastering the game. Budden also addressed speculation after Lamont Roach's Instagram post hinted that Jake Paul's contract included a mandatory rematch clause. He suggested that Netflix might have paid to remove that.
I'm surprised because it sounded like Jake Paul and Joshua was getting closer and closer for January. However, there have been rumours of Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul in the past. I think with Gervonta Davis, it's kind of, legal problems in the last month or so and rumors about his retirement, I don't think it's a massive shock that he is taking this Jake Paul fight if it is going to go ahead, purely for the reason that it's a lot of money for maybe not the most difficult job that he's going to have in his career. So it's a strange one, but yeah, it's just another kind of day in the sport, really, isn't it?
Will Jake Paul's hype survive under pressure? Or will Gervonta Davis' skill and experience completely expose him? Share below.